Solo female van life sucks. Let's talk about it. I've been doing solo female van life for a long time, and there's some things that definitely aren't so cool, aren't so fun. I think we need to talk about the reality of this and what all I have to do. When you're by yourself, you have to do it all. From trip planning, to washing dishes, to laundry, to taking out your compost, emptying your black tank, all that stuff has to be done by you, nobody else. So, one of the reasons why solo female van life sucks is sometimes your trip planning can be a little bit of, we'll call it a mental moment. So if you're not used to trip planning, I highly suggest you try things like adventuregenie.com. Adventure Genie is one of my favorite things to trip plan. Not only does it tell you where you can stay and what you can do, places to boondock, places like that, but it tells you things you can do in the area, which I really, really love. If you've never tried Adventure Genie, right now until the end of the year, I've got a coupon code, Charlie Grace. You can get 50% off the premium membership. I highly recommend you try it. You're never going to get that kind of discount ever again. So trip planning by yourself, one of the reasons, not so easy. The only perk about trip planning by yourself is you have nobody else to please. You can go wherever you want and do it whenever you want, which is really nice. So there is a little bit of that one, but doing it all by yourself, once again, it just takes time. So as a solo female van lifer, you've got to do it all. If you break down and something happens, you've got to be prepared. So do you have tools in place? Do you have AAA, Good Sam's? What kind of insurance do you have? I have been towed before, not so much fun. And what are some things if you get a flat tire? All those things you have to think about, all of those eventualities will and probably happen sometime when you are by yourself. I highly recommend taking a class, a recovery class, especially if you're going to go overlanding or go out in the middle of nowhere, because calling someone to help, so you're the only one who can help and you're the only one who knows what to do. Have you ever gone to the grocery store by yourself to buy for one person? You're going to notice one of the things that I really don't like about solo female van life is trying to find foods that are small enough that's going to fit in your van, because normally there's lots of economy foods, but trying to buy for like one meal at a time, food's probably one of my hardest things to do. So I have to plan very, very, very carefully, and I only have so much room for so much food. So if I'm going to be gone for a long time, I have to prep a little more on the prepackaged as opposed to the fresh foods, and that's not my favorite. I'd rather have fresh foods and have much better meal and diet during the week. Or you have to be close enough where you can get to a grocery store and replenish every 3 days. This goes without saying, but safety is of the utmost importance when you're solo. So you need to have things at your disposal. I'm not going to give you a list of everything that I use, but I'm just going to say there are a few things that I think everyone should have. Number one, bear sprayers for bears, pepper sprayers for people. You need to have a camera system that you might want to have on at all times, all around your rig so you can see what's coming up. You don't want to be surprised by a knock in the middle of the night. You want to be able to see it on your phone or on that camera system that you like. You want to be able to be aware of your surroundings at all time. Now I travel with a pet. She has much better ears than I do, and she hears things as they're coming up, whether it be deer or someone about to knock on my door. That's a really nice, I call it early detection system for me, but you want to have some tools in place so in case someone does get a little close or you don't feel comfortable, number one, your first thing should always be just go away. You don't want to interact with them, you just want to move your rig and go someplace else. Safety is really important. Not engaging might be your best safety tip of the day. Being aware of your campsite surroundings is one thing, but be aware of everywhere you go. As a solo person, one of the most dangerous places to go, when you're getting fuel, you're sort of stuck. Make sure you look around your surroundings, see who's around you, see who sees you. If you see things that look a little suspicious, whether it be a dollar bill lying on the ground, or there's something that might be tied to the fuel handle, don't pick it up, don't use it. If you feel more comfortable, I always use a glove to get my fuel because I don't want something that's on that fuel to potentially cause me to be drowsy or anything down the road and have someone who's watching use that pump follow me down until I pull off to the side of the road. These things do happen, unfortunately. Please be safe out there. When you're solo, guess what? You better bring the muscle because you're going to have to set up and break down camp all by yourself. These are things that can take some time, and especially if you're going to bring some things out, like I put up a tent, things like that. You've really got to make sure you can do it. Now, I will say this. Some of us are out there, we might have a need for some extra help. Sometimes you go to a campground, there will be people to help you, but not all the time. So do not depend on other people. If you can't do it yourself, don't bring it. Getting sick on the road is a real thing, and when you're all by yourself, you better be prepared. I'm a big fan of making sure I have a can of chicken noodle soup, some saltine crackers, maybe even some popsicles if I can stick them in my freezer. I've been sick before in my van. It is not a fun thing. And when you're all by yourself, there's no one to take care of you. So you've got to be prepared for that. Same thing goes if you get injured. If you get injured, make sure you have a really good first aid kit that you have packed and you know exactly what's in there. I've also been injured on the road, fallen a couple times, had to take care of myself, even had to go to the urgent care clinic to possibly have some things, cleaned and stitched up and stuff like that. So make sure that you know where the nearest hospital is at all times or urgent care center in case you need to go there. Communication is really important. We always say internet is fairly close to oxygen, but you know what? Cell phones don't always work if you don't have a cell signal. So having Starlink is really a great thing out there. There's also great devices that you can use that will send out a signal and ping someone where your exact GPS location is. When you're on the road, sometimes it can be very, very lonely, and you want to find your tribe. I know I did. I found them in an online community called rvqueens.community. Also, there's a new one called vanlife.community. Depending on which community you feel like you're a better fit with, this has been a godsend for me. Really amazing women on the road. We're sharing our stories, we're learning more about each other, and we're also sharing our skill sets, which I love too. So if you're a business person or you have a crafty side, whatever it is, you can find those people online within those communities, and it's been really, really helpful. Being solo doesn't have to be scary, but sometimes it can be a real pain because you gotta do it all. So yes, sometimes solo female van life sucks. But many times, you know what? It's not too bad. You don't have to compromise with anyone. You can go where you want to go, do what you want to do, eat what you want to eat, hang out with your dog if you want to. No one's going to tell you otherwise. Just be prepared. So until next week, do me a favor. Give me a like, a subscribe, hit that red bell to get notified of all the really cool videos I put out, and we will see you next week. And remember, safe travels and happy trails.